Picture this. It's early 2025. You've got some extra cash sitting in your account, and everyone's talking about the next big investment opportunity. But here's the twist. Most people still don't know how to make their money actually work for them. So if I were starting fresh today, I wouldn't chase hype or time the market. I'd follow a system built for real, lasting growth. One that protects your money, compounds your results, and gives you freedom, not stress. Let me show you exactly how I'd invest in 2025, step by step. Before you even think about investing, I want you to look at your debt. If you're paying 15 or 20% interest on a credit card, that's like trying to fill a bucket with a giant hole in the bottom. One of my clients once told me, I kept investing while my debt was draining me faster than I could earn. And it's true. Paying off high-interest debt is the only guaranteed return you'll ever get. No stock, no crypto, no real estate can promise that. So start there. Imagine how freeing it feels when every dollar you earn finally works for you, not against you. Let's talk about something that doesn't sound exciting, but it's one of the smartest financial moves you can make. Your emergency fund. Think of it as your personal safety net. Because life has a funny way of surprising us. Your car breaks down, hours get cut at work, or maybe the market dips right when you least expect it. One of my viewers once told me, I had to sell my investments just to fix my roof. That's exactly what we want to avoid. Keep 3 to 6 months of living expenses ready in cash or a savings account you can easily access. It's not about earning big returns here. It's about peace of mind. When life hits hard, your emergency fund keeps you calm, confident, and free to stay invested for the long game. So many people think they need to time the market, waiting for the perfect dip, the perfect news, or the perfect moment. But here's the truth. The perfect moment never comes. I've seen beginners wait for years, afraid to start, while their money just sat there doing nothing. One of my favorite strategies is simple. Set up automatic deposits into an index fund or ETF every month, no matter what's happening in the market. It removes emotion and builds discipline. Some months you'll buy high, other months low, but over time it averages out beautifully. I call it the set it and grow it method. Real wealth doesn't come from guessing right. It comes from showing up consistently. Even small, steady investments can become something life-changing when time and compounding do their job. When most people start investing, they chase whatever stock is trending on social media, the one everyone's bragging about. But here's what years in the market have taught me. The winners change, the hype fades, and emotions cost you money. That's why I love index funds and ETFs. They let you own hundreds of companies at once, from Apple and Microsoft to Tesla and Visa, without having to guess which one will win next. It's simple, it's low cost, and it keeps your stress low. The S&P 500 or NASDAQ 100 are perfect examples. They've stood the test of time. When you invest in these, you're not betting on luck, you're betting on long-term progress. Let compounding do its quiet work while you focus on living your life. Because true investing isn't about excitement, it's about consistency and peace of mind. If there's one principle I wish everyone understood, it's this. Time is your greatest financial ally. Compounding isn't flashy, but it's the closest thing to magic in the world of money. I once had a viewer tell me, I started late, but even small gains started growing faster than I expected. That's the power of patience. The longer you stay invested, the faster your money begins to multiply. Like a snowball rolling downhill, getting bigger with every turn. Most people lose out because they chase shortcuts or panic when markets dip. But wealth doesn't come from predicting every move. It comes from staying consistent long enough to let the math do the work. So instead of asking, when should I invest? Start asking, how long can I stay invested? That's the real secret behind every financial success story. Here's the truth most people miss. Investing alone isn't enough. You need an income system. Something that pays you even when you're not working. Think about it like planting multiple trees instead of one. Your investment portfolio is one tree, but you can grow others, maybe through digital products, affiliate channels, or dividend-focused ETFs that pay you consistently. I've seen countless midlife professionals realize that freedom doesn't come from chasing the biggest return. It comes from designing reliable cash flow that supports their lifestyle. Automation helps too. Let technology handle the small stuff while you focus on strategy. When money starts flowing in from different directions, you stop stressing about every market swing. Remember, true wealth isn't just about growth. It's about stability, flexibility, and creating income that continues to show up. even when you don't. One of the biggest mistakes I see investors make is believing they've learned enough. But the truth is, money, just like technology, never stops evolving. The tax laws you learned 5 years ago might not apply today, and the tools that once took hours now take seconds thanks to AI and automation. I make it a habit to learn something new about money every month. Maybe it's exploring a new finance app, understanding updates in retirement rules, or studying how digital markets are shifting. A client once told me, "I don't have time to learn," and I reminded him, knowledge is time. The more you understand, the fewer costly mistakes you'll make. So treat financial education like your gym routine. Even 15 minutes a week compounds, not just in your bank account, but in your confidence and control over your future. Let's be honest, watching the market drop never feels good. I've seen people check their portfolios every hour, panicking as numbers flash red. But here's what experience has taught me. Volatility isn't the enemy, it's part of the process. Every major investor who built lasting wealth learned one key lesson: patience pays. The people who stay invested through the dips almost always outperform those who jump in and out trying to protect themselves. I remember one client who sold everything during a downturn, only to buy back higher months later. Painful lesson. The market has cycles. It always has, and it always will. When you stay calm, zoom out, and keep your long-term perspective, you realize every dip was just a setup for the next recovery. Wealth rewards consistency, not fear. So breathe, stay steady, and trust the process. You know, real wealth was never about luck or timing. It's about building a system that keeps working even when you're not watching. The people who win aren't the ones who chase every trend. They're the ones who show up, stay consistent, and trust their process. Start small, automate what you can, and let time do what it does best. Compound your efforts. Whether it's $10 or $1,000, every step forward builds momentum. I've seen it transform lives. Not overnight, but over time. So if today's breakdown gave you a new perspective or a bit of motivation to start, that's a win already. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and follow for more insights on smart investing, financial automation, and designing income that keeps working, quietly, even while you sleep.